So this is day 2 of my Leet code grind. Day 1 if you're going to put it into an array, and my expectations are, I'm trying to keep them pretty low, but I just want to not think about the end. I want to think about the habits I can form now and the progress I make every day. So my daily achievements today, I did 3 medium problems in about 2 hours without a very, it's the first time I looked at these medium problems. And it was, I don't know, frustrating, but less intensive on my brain. Like, I felt like I could understand hashing and dictionaries a lot more. So it shows that even just after one night of sleep, I have started to process these concepts in my subconscious. And this ties to Scott Young's intensive method for learning things really fast. He's the author of Ultralearning, where he advocates for full immersion and just a 75% mastery of whatever concept you're looking for before moving on to the next one. So you have this broad exposure to different subjects so that you can fit them within different contexts. If you think about the meta learning within Leet code, you have the tree of Neat code. Shout out to Neat code who put together this tree, but I'm just going through each section of the tree as generally as possible, like the 75% mastery, even though I don't have crazy good coding experience, in the hopes that I'll complete the roadmap to, I don't know, whatever basic level of understanding within 2 months. The goal for me isn't to understand each question. I'm not looking or not to be able to spit out the question with a rote, quick ability as if I were in an interview, but I do want exposure to every single question and to have thought through every single question line by line. And I don't know if I want to experiment with my learning formats where I want to try to understand the video first, like I'll watch the video with the explanation before trying the coding solution, or if the format that I'm doing now, trying to code it first or think about the solution in terms of code first before going to the verbal solution is better, like doing it all at the same time versus splitting it up into chunks of English and logic as if I was a language learning model, or if I am just trying to think directly in code. So that'll be part of the grand experiment over the next 2 months. But with my own background as a self-taught developer, where I've made some impactful projects, but with not very optimal code, it's interesting how my perspective is starting to be reframed. And I look forward to the day where I can start to use some of these algorithms in practice. The common saying is that there's not really that great of application with Leet code to the real world, but I'm hoping I can take something away from it, either thinking more quickly on my feet, on my fingers, through this experience. So yeah, I'm pretty motivated to keep learning and experimenting with how I want to learn it, or learn these problems. I like playing with the code in VS Code and seeing how things work line by line. So maybe I'll try a little bit more of that. But yeah, it's cool to be able to look back and see like that, just like hours and hours of footage of myself on YouTube thinking through these questions. So yeah, that was a summary of day 2.